Hello, I'm Jessica Weifel, and I would like to welcome you to the instructional video for part 3 of the Scheepjes Festival of Lights crochet along. In this video, we will be working the popcorn diamond motif. The written pattern can be found on the Scheepjes website. A link will be in the description. If you haven't already, I recommend watching the introductory video. It covers materials, some tricks for staying organized, and a little bit about my inspiration when designing this blanket. In this video, I will be using US crochet terms. I will link the video with UK terms in the description. Round 1. Using yarn A, make a magic ring by wrapping the yarn around 2 fingers. Insert your hook into the ring and yarn over. Pull the loop through the ring. For round 1, into the ring, make a beginning half double crochet by making a chain 1 single crochet. Make 4 more half double crochet into the ring. Then chain 6. Now in the back bump of the third chain from the hook, make 1 slip stitch. Looking at the chain, this is the front and back loops, and down here is the back bump. Slip stitch into the back bump of the next 3 chains. This forms a 4 slip stitch branch and a corner 2 chain space. This corner space can be a little hard to find on subsequent rounds of the pattern, so it might be helpful to mark the corner either with a stitch marker or a scrap of yarn. In subsequent rounds, we will be using both the slip stitches and the chains that they are worked into as stitches. So in the next round, when you get to these chains here, they will be considered stitches to work into as well as the slip stitches on the other side. Working again in the ring, make 1 more half double crochet. Repeat the 4 half double crochet and the formation of the 4 slip stitch branch and the corner space again to complete the other side. Marking the corners with a stitch marker can be done a little easier before the corner is made. Just place the stitch marker around the chain and hold it close to your hook while completing the corner. Close the magic ring by gently pulling on the starting tail of the yarn until the center is closed. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 10 half double crochets, 2 4 slip stitch branches, and 2 cornered 2 chain spaces. Fasten off to needle join. To needle join, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in the ends. Lift the loop with the hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto the needle. Skip the next stitch, which is the beginning stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Normally, before continuing, I would take a moment to weave in my ends through the back loops, but I have found that this makes it a little hard to see in this particular round, so I won't be doing it here. Once you are comfortable with this motif, you may wish to do this to save yourself some time later. For the starting tail, I'm going to spin it around the center a few times. This will reinforce our magic ring a little bit and make our center more secure. Whatever's left over once you've gone around the middle a few times, you can either bring up to the outside and weave it in around the back bumps in the same manner, or you can just weave it in at the very end of the motif. Round 2. Join yarn B with a standing single crochet back loop only in the first slip stitch on the right side of either 4 slip stitch branch. This is a mouthful, so we're going to break it down. To make a standing single crochet, you can place a slip knot on the hook and then work the stitch as you typically would. Or you can use my method and wrap the yarn around the hook without the slip knot and work the stitch. This will allow us to replace the top portion of the stitch during the needle join at the end of the round. This is the slip stitch branch. And this is the first slip stitch on the right side, back loop only. So insert the hook here. And complete 1 single crochet. Now chain 1. Then make 3 double crochets in the back loop only. In the top corner, make 3 double crochets, chain 1 to form the top corner, and make 3 more double crochets. If you are using a stitch marker, you can move it to this 1 chain space now. Now make 3 more double crochets back loop only. This first stitch may be a bit hidden. Chain 1 and make 1 more single crochet back loop only. Chain 4 and skip 2 half double crochets and make 1 puff stitch. To make the puff stitch, you're going to yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the stitch. This should be the middle of the 5 half double crochets on one side. Then yarn over hook and pull up a loop. We're going to do this a total of 3 times. So once more, we're going to yarn over the hook and insert the hook into the same stitch. Then yarn over hook and pull up a loop. Then yarn over hook, insert the hook into the stitch, and yarn over hook and pull up a loop. You should now have 7 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through all loops. Chain 5 and skip the next 2 half double crochets. Then we'll repeat all of this on the other side, starting with the 1 single crochet back loop only. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 12 double crochets, 12 double crochets back loop only, 4 single crochets back loop only, 2 puff stitches, 2 corner 1 chain spaces, 2 4 chain spaces, and 2 5 chain spaces. Fasten off using a needle join. Once again, to needle join, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in. Lift the loop with the hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto the needle. Skip the next stitch, the standing stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. In this case, it'll be a chain. If you made your standing double crochet without a slip knot, you can use the needle to gently lift and remove the top loop of the standing stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Crisscross your yarn tails over the back. Round 3 is mostly back post stitches, so you won't be able to crochet over these ends in round 3. Instead, you can weave them in through the base of round 2, or you can tie a small knot and wait till later in the motif to weave them in. Round 3. Join yarn C with a standing back post half double crochet around the double crochet just before the top corner 1 chain space. Make 1 half double crochet in the corner. Chain 3. Place or move the stitch marker now or when the corner is completed. Make 1 half double crochet in the back bump of the 3rd chain from the hook. Make 1 half double crochet in the same corner. Make 1 back post half double crochet. Then make 5 back post single crochets, working around the next 5 stitches. Chain 1. Skip the 1 chain and the single crochet and work now in the skipped half double crochet stitches of round 1 and in front of the chain spaces from round 2. Make 1 popcorn stitch by making 4 double crochets in the same stitch. remove the loop from the hook and insert the hook from front to back in the top of the first double crochet. Place the loop back on the hook and draw it through the double crochet. Chain 2. Do this again, making a second popcorn stitch and chain 2 in the next skipped half double crochet. Skip the puff stitch and make another popcorn stitch, chain 2, in each of the next 2 skipped stitches. Skip 1 single crochet and 1 chain here, and make 5 back post single crochets around the next 5 stitches. Repeat all of this on the other side, starting with a back post half double crochet. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 8 popcorn stitches, 8 2-chain spaces, 2 corner 2-chain spaces, 20 back post single crochets, 4 back post half double crochets, and 2 1-chain spaces. Fasten off using a needle join. Once again to needle join, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in. Lift the loop with a hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto the needle. Skip the next stitch, the standing stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. If you made your standing stitch without a slipknot, you can use the needle to gently lift and remove the top loop of the standing stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull it gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Take a moment to weave your ends through a few of the back loops from this round so that you can crochet over them during round 4. Round 4. Join yarn D with a standing half double crochet in a top corner 2 chain space. Make 1 more half double crochet and 1 double crochet in the same corner space. Chain 4, and place or move the stitch marker now. Make 1 single crochet in the back bump of the 3rd chain from the hook, and 1 half double crochet in the back bump of the next chain. Make 1 double crochet and 2 half double crochet in the same corner space. Now make 3 half double crochets in the next 3 stitches. This first stitch might be hidden. Then make 3 single crochets. Skip the next 2 back post single crochets. Make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. Make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. Make sure that you are working in front of the round 2 chain spaces for these popcorns. Make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space of round 3 and in the 4 chain space from round 2 on the right side of the puff stitch behind. Chain 1 to form the side corner. Make another popcorn stitch in the same round 3 chain space and in the chain 5 space from round 2 on the left of the puff stitch. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. And make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Repeat this twice. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. And make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Note that there is not a chain after making this popcorn stitch. Skip 2 back post single crochets, then make 3 single crochets, then 3 half double crochets. Repeat all of this on the other side, starting with a half double crochet in the next corner. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 12 popcorn stitches, 14 single crochets, 22 half double crochets, 4 double crochets, 2 chain spaces, and 12 chain 1 spaces. Fasten off using a needle join. Once again to needle join. Cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in. Lift the loop with a hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto the needle. Skip the next stitch, the standing stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. If you made your standing stitch without a slipknot, you can use the needle to gently lift and remove the top loop of the standing stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull it gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Crisscross your tails and back, and take a moment to weave in your ends through a few of the back loops of this round so that we can crochet over them in the next. Round 5. Join yarn E with a standing single crochet in a double crochet before a top corner. Make 2 single crochets. In the top corner, make 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet. Chain 3, then move your stitch marker. Make 1 single crochet in the back bump of the third chain from the hook. Make 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet in the same corner. Skip the first single crochet, then make 11 single crochet The 11th single crochet is worked into the first popcorn stitch. Single crochet into the next 1 chain space, and then 1 single crochet into the next popcorn stitch. Do this twice. Then make 1 single crochet, chain 1, and 1 single crochet into the next space. This forms your side corner. Make sure that it is in line with your puff stitch below. Skip the next popcorn stitch. Make 1 single crochet in the next 1 chain space, and then 1 single crochet in the next popcorn stitch. Do this twice. Then make 9 more single crochets. Repeat what we just did on the other side, starting with 2 single crochets. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 70 single crochets, 4 half double crochets, 2 chain 2 spaces, and 2 chain 1 spaces. Fasten off with a needle join and weave in your ends. Since this is your last round, you will not be able to crochet over them. I recommend weaving in the ends towards the bottom of this round. For this project, we will not be making a specific gauge swatch. Instead, the measurements for each motif will be provided. With either kit, the diamond should measure about 6 to 6.5 centimeters from side corner to corner before blocking, and about 14.5 to 15 centimeters from pointy corner to corner. If you have been tugging on your points a lot, as I tend to do, your diamond might measure a bit more for pointy corner to corner and a bit less in the other direction. It is also good to check your popcorn diamond against your triangles. If you are concerned about yarn usage, weighing your motifs may be reassuring. On average, my popcorn diamonds measured about 5.1 grams in Metropolis and 5.9 grams in Organicon. The Metropolis kit has about a 15% buffer of extra yarn. So as long as your popcorn diamonds weigh less than 5.9 grams, you should have plenty of yarn. I talk more about gauge on my blog, but in general, find a hook that gives you results that are close enough, aim for consistency, and try not to stress about it too much. Small variations shouldn't cause much of a problem, and blocking will help even out inconsistencies. Thank you so much for joining me on this crochet along. I look forward to seeing all your progress. Please be sure to share in the Scheepjes Facebook group or on Instagram with the hashtag Festival of Lights Cal. And if you have made it this far, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers so that I might benefit a small bit from any ads you had to watch during this video.